Good morning and welcome to the third workout in our level 1 of our metabolic workout series. So really excited to be coming to you again this morning. Again, this is our 3-part series for level 1, but then there's level 2 and level 3 as well that each have 3 workouts in them. So it's 9 total workouts in this series of our metabolic training. So the idea here is that we're going to go through multiple levels of exercise that are going to help you improve. Sorry, I got something popping up on my screen. It's trying to reconnect, it says, but I'm pretty sure we're still streaming. All right, so here's the keys. We are going to go 5 different exercises, 3 rounds each, and they're for 40 seconds on and 20 seconds rest as we switch up which exercise. So we'll keep moving through each exercise just the way workout 1 and workout 2 within level 1 have gone. Next time we're going to start level 2 exercises. And so what you'll find is that level 2 exercises are similar to the level 1 exercise. They're just a little bit more difficult, so that they're a step up. But again, they're structured that same way. 5 exercises, total body, like we're going to go over today. So one's a total body exercise, one's an arm, one's a leg, one's a back, and one's a core, so that we're trying to hit kind of all of the entire body, so we're making all of our muscles work, all of our muscles recover, and that's how we're going to create that total body workout. All right, so let's get started with that today. If there's any questions, let me know. If you're watching live, make sure to let me know that you're watching live. Say, hey, I'm live, and I'll give you a shout out. If you're watching the replay, let me know. Say, hey, replay. If you complete the workout, let me know so we can give you some kudos. So yeah, let us know how you're watching and if you're watching. Still saying it's trying to connect. There we go. Hopefully we're connected now. I think it's still recording despite the fact that we weren't actually live. So hopefully on the replay it'll go smoothly. All right, so let's dive into it. We're going to get started. Here are our 5 exercises today. First, we're going to start with the bridge. Then we're going to go to an upright row with a band. If you don't have a band, then make sure you get one. There's a bunch of different ways. If you don't have one and you're local here in Utah, feel free to stop by the clinic. I'll give you a free band, a free just length of band for doing this rowing exercise. So we've got this upright row. We've got our calf raises, we have got a modified push-up, and we've got kind of a cross-body oblique crunch. So we'll go over all of those. To work out with us today, you're going to need to make sure you download the Interval Timer app. So go ahead and download that app on Android, and it is I've got it in the comments. I can't remember for Apple, it is like a workout timer. And so download that app. That'll help out a ton so that you can participate along with us. Let me know if you've got any questions again along the way, and make sure you let me know if you're here. All right, so here we go. Exercise number 1 is the bridge. So let me grab my timer so that we can play along. And away we go. Perfect. Still congratulating me on last time. All right, here we go. So we're starting with the bridge. We're going to be down on the floor and we'll be bridging up. All right. So the bridge, the idea with the bridge is that we really want to strengthen the glutes, but it'll work also some of our other leg muscles. And so we'll show you a couple of ways that we can modify that to really target what you're hoping to target. So the bridge, here's what it looks like. You're going to push down through your feet, pick your hips up towards the ceiling, and you're trying to be a straight line from your knee to your shoulder, really squeezing the glutes and engaging the hamstrings, the quads a little bit. The closer you bring your heels in towards your bum, the more you're going to feel it in your quads. Same with going up on your toes a little bit more. If you go up on your toes versus legs out a little more, or on your heels more, you're going to feel it more in the posterior chain, so more in your hamstrings and glutes. So you can modify that a little bit. I kind of like to go neutral to start and really work on squeezing those glutes. So again, glutes are really important to strengthen. When we strengthen our glutes, that's going to help us create a lot of stability in the hips and help us with walking and all kinds of other exercises. Okay, so that's a critical factor. All right, now we're going to go to the upright row. So we're turning here, show you. So I've got the band looped around a doorknob, and the door is open, and so it's perpendicular to me. And so let's tilt this up so you can see me. So here we go. We're here, we're gonna pull back, and we're pinching between the shoulder blades. So the idea, as you pull back, we wanna pinch between the shoulder blades. You wanna draw your shoulder blades together. I always tell patients that you wanna be able to make it feel like you're trying to grab a pencil between your shoulder blades. We don't want to raise the shoulders up. We want to keep them low and relaxed, but we're pulling back and we're engaging those muscles in between the shoulders. I consider this to be a core workout, so a core exercise, just of our upper core. So rather than just abdominals, I consider anything that attaches to our trunk, attaches one of our limbs to our trunk, or trunk to trunk, like our abdominal muscles or our back muscles. Those things are all core muscles in my opinion, and things that help us to create stability so that we can work from a stable base that keeps us safer and moving better. So that's what we're going to work on next, is that upright row. Helps you really with neck pain, helps you avoid neck pain, helps you avoid poor posture and shoulder problems, all kinds of things. So it's a really key exercise, especially for the upper body. Here we go. So we're doing a rest countdown. Really love an upright row when done correctly. You got to make sure, especially if you're doing it on a machine in the gym, that you're really not using momentum, that you're not pulling back at all, that you're really keeping everything solid. And here we go. So our 40 seconds has started. We're pulling and we're pinching between those shoulder blades so that we're getting a good contraction. You want to make sure you're not craning your head forward as you do it. You want to make sure you're keeping everything upright. We're pinching, going nice and slow, getting a good hold. Pause at the back. Again, we're not lifting our shoulders up. We're keeping them low and relaxed. Or pinching between the shoulder blades. So we're here, pinch, pinch. And so again, I just have my band anchored around a doorknob. And so you just wrap it around. You don't need to go around both sides, just around one, and an open door that's perpendicular to you, and it works great. All right, so let's take a look again and see. Our next exercise is calf raises. And so there's many ways you can do a calf raise. You can do it with a chair, where you've got just something there in front of you to help stabilize and support you. You can just do a little bit of a touch on the wall, whatever you need to do to stay balanced as you do it. Some people just struggle with the balance. You can do it just in the open air. But for right now, we're just doing a basic calf raise with toes on the ground. So I'm going to be here just in case I do need to touch for balance sake, but should be good. All right, here we go. Calf raises. So one of the reasons why it's important to strengthen our calves, so I'm just lifting my heels up off the ground, and just as many as I can do. One of the reasons it's so important to strengthen our calves is actually there's no muscle that fires with greater intensity during our gait cycle, so while we're walking, than the calf muscle. It actually fires a greater percentage of its total capacity than any other muscle. And so pretty amazing. What it does is it helps control how our whole body advances over our foot. And so 40 seconds can be a long time for some people to keep doing that calf raise. Just do the best you can. So if you've only got 20 seconds worth out of you, that's okay. If you can only do 5 or 10 at a time, that's fine, and we'll strengthen from there. But it's a good way to start. Again, you can hold on to something for balance. But as we strengthen the calf, it really helps us to be able to control our knee position a lot better as we walk, which makes it so that we're a little bit safer, makes our walking healthier and stronger. We can climb hills and stairs and things like that better as well. So it's a really important piece of our walking and gait cycle that we really don't pay as much attention to. But like I said, it's actually one of the key muscles that works during those times. All right, so here we go. Our next exercise is a modified push-up. And just like our wall push-up that we did modified plank, excuse me. I said push-up earlier. Modified plank. So we're gonna do a plank. Last time we did it on our elbows. We're actually gonna do it with arms extended today. So instead of being down on the elbows for the plank, we're going to go with extended arms. That's why I thought it was a push-up. The modified push-up comes actually in level 2 as kind of the step up from the wall push-up. So our modified plank with arms straight, that's what's going to be next. And again, planks are great for core stability, for making sure that we get that core engaged and that we're getting nice and strong, so that we can create that stability for every movement that we do. But all right, so we're gonna get into this position here. Arms straight, bum low. We don't wanna sag down too much. We don't want the bum to be too high. Again, we want our body to be a straight line from our shoulder to our knee. So from shoulder to knee, you want your body to be a straight line without sagging your back or without arching your back, sticking your bum up or letting your back really sag. All right? So again, this creates a lot of core stability that we need for everyday activities. Here we go. Holding tight. Make sure to really keep that in line. Try not to look up or down with your head. Try to keep that in line with your body as well. We're just holding tight. Squeeze those glutes. That's going to help keep everything tight. And we just hold that for 40 seconds. Again, if you can't do it for the full 40 seconds, if that's too difficult right now, that's okay. Another tip is a lot of people will complain about wrist pain with this, that it bothers their wrists to be on the ground like this. One thing that I've found that people can do is use something like a weight that they can put on the ground, and that allows their wrist to stay in a neutral position. I've also found that just using a pool noodle that you bend down and put down on the ground, so that again your wrist can stay in a neutral position, is a lot more comfortable than putting your hand down on the ground. So for some people, if their wrists and body aren't ready for that yet to fully bear weight, then that's a great kind of workaround for that, is either a pool noodle or using a weight to bear that weight through as you do it. Okay, last exercise in this series is that oblique crunch, the standing oblique crunch. And so what we're going to do here, you're standing and you're bringing your opposite elbow to the opposite knee. We're coming here, really tightening those abs. Again, you should be able to talk as you do this. You shouldn't be holding your breath. It's drawing the belly button down towards the spine, tightening all of the abdominal muscles, not just the six-pack abs, but you're tightening all of those abdominal muscles, and you're really targeting some of these oblique muscles as you're coming across with both the knee and bringing the elbow down. You're trying to bring this hip bone essentially towards this set of ribs. So we're coming here and engaging all of these obliques and all of these obliques. And so it's really a good exercise to engage kind of some of more of those stability muscles that help in multiple planes. So that's why I like this one quite a bit. All right, here we go. That standing oblique crunch, 40 seconds. Again, do as much as you can do. Don't feel like you have to do the full 40 seconds if you're not there yet. Ready? Here we go. And we're here. So again, I'm getting a good contraction out of my abdominal muscles here. I'm making sure to engage all of them here on the sides, as well as the rectus abdominis. But really, I'm focusing mostly on those oblique muscles and those deeper abdominals. And so as you do this, again, you should be able to brace those abdominal muscles and really tighten and contract. but still be able to breathe and talk. And so if you can't, if you feel like you're out of breath or you're holding your breath, like you couldn't talk or have a conversation, then you're probably not engaging your abdominals correctly. That you're probably bearing down or kind of putting pressure out from your gut to tighten them rather than drawing those muscles in. And so that's a big key. We want to be able to make sure that we're actually drawing those muscles in, engaging the right muscles, and not just kind of bearing down. That's not a proper abdominal contraction. And so continue to work on that. Continue to try to really work on drawing those abdominal muscles in from your back all the way down, drawing that belly button down towards the spine, not sucking in, just drawing that down. Again, you should still be able to talk and breathe. All right, here we go. Next exercise, we're starting the whole cycle over again. So those are our 5. Again, just to clarify, because of my earlier mistake, we're doing bridging, that upright row, calf raises, a modified plank, and then our modified plank with arms straight, and then our oblique crunch. So those are the 5. So any questions with those, make sure to drop them in the comments below so that we can talk about those and make sure we get everything clarified for you. Again, if you're watching live, let us know. Say, hi, I'm watching live, and we'll give you a shout out. Also, if you're watching the replay, let us know so that we can see who all's watched it and be able to interact with you. All right, so let's get started on round 2 of the 3 rounds. So we're getting started with the bridging again. So here we go. Bridging again, we're gonna try and engage those glutes. That's the big key here. So here we go. We're pushing down through the feet. Again, with this one, you wanna make sure that your alignment is good as well. That the knees aren't coming together, aren't coming too far apart, that they're staying right over your toes. So here we go. Pushing down through the feet, picking the hips up, really working on tightening those glutes, squeezing those bum muscles right here. Again, the more that you go on your heels or extend your feet out, you're gonna feel it more in those hamstrings. If you go up on your toes, yeah, you can feel it still in the hamstrings, but toes, or if you put your legs closer, you're gonna feel it more in the quads. All right, so there's our 40 seconds worth there. Next exercise, we're gonna do that upright row again. So 40 seconds of our upright row. We're here. Again, I've got it wrapped around a doorknob. That really simplest way to do it, rather than finding something else to anchor it on. Again, if you need a stretch of band and you live here locally, I'm happy to give you one. Just stop by the clinic and we'll cut you a length of band. So just let us know. Go ahead and squeeze between those shoulder blades, slow and steady, getting a good contraction. So squeeze and then back off. One thing that you really want to make sure you don't do is let the band win, right? You don't want to let the band win and pull you back. You want to make sure you're controlled the whole way through. You're going to feel this between the shoulder blades and those muscles. Sometimes a little bit on the top of the shoulders too, kind of right back here. But mostly what we want to target is right in between the shoulder blades, those muscles that keep the shoulders back and down low so that we're not up here and getting tight through the neck. It also really helps to maintain a proper head and shoulder position. And so it's a really important exercise for opening up our chest, getting our head back so that we're not just melting forward like we tend to do with poor posture. Alrighty, here we go. Exercise number 3, we're doing the calf raises. So here we go, sideways on. Again, you can use something for balance if you need it. We're just raising up onto your toes as much as you can. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. And again, we're not looking for feet off of a stair yet or anything like that. We're just doing a basic calf raise from the ground up, coming up onto our toes, Just working on strengthening. Again, so from front ways on, looks like this. Not much different. Just coming up on those toes. Do the best you can. If you need something for balance, that's fine. But you should be feeling the burn by the end of that 40 seconds. And that's okay. Hopefully it won't make you too sore. But that way, we're getting a good contraction of those calf muscles. Again, they're very important for walking, stairs, controlling our gait. All right, next is that modified plank with straight arms. So we're coming into a straight arm plank. Again, make sure we're not too high, not too low, that our body's in a straight line from shoulder to knee. And here we go. Again, with this, you want to squeeze those glutes. You want to make sure that you keep your tummy tight by drawing that belly button down towards the spine, not by sucking in. I can't emphasize that enough. I just see that all too often with abdominal exercises, especially when people try to work out their abs. They hold their breath and they bear down. And that way they feel like they're getting tight abdominals, but they're really not engaging what they're intending to engage. And so often with abdominal exercises, I focus much less on the movement and much more on what type of contraction we're getting. And that's why I like planks, is they're not movement based, they're more stability based, and they can help us focus on getting a good contraction. All right, next exercise is that standing oblique crunch. Again, this is kind of another abdominal exercise. It also works on coordination and balance by being able to coordinate that movement, which is cross body. So we're using different sides of our body at the same time, as well as having to balance on one foot as we do so. So that's one of the keys to this as well, excuse me, is that you balance. That as you go from one foot to the other, that you go slow enough and controlled enough that you can maintain that balance on the one foot. So don't feel like you have to rush it. Go nice and slow and steady, and you'll actually get more bang for your buck. Because you'll get some stability out of it as well. You'll get some balance and stability work. So here we go with that. That standing oblique crunch. We're coming here, cross body. Here, here. It's a lot of talking to do early in the morning. My voice isn't awake yet, so I dry out. Here we go. Going cross. Again, drawing that belly button towards the spine, keeping those abdominals tight, but still breathing. It's not uncommon to wander a little bit as you do that, and that's okay. If you find you kind of wander to one side or the other, some people will turn, and that can tell us a little bit about inner ear issues. But yeah, it's not uncommon to wander or turn a little bit as you do that. All right, so that's the end of the second round. We're going to get started on round 3. We're going back down to the floor and doing those bridges to get started. Okay, here we go. Again, if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below. And if you're following live, let us know. Say live, and if you're watching the replay, just drop replay down in the comments so that we can make sure that we give you a shout out for participating. Thanks so much. All right, here's round 3. Here we go, bridges. Coming up, squeezing the glutes. Making sure that we're in a straight line from knee to shoulder. It's kind of like a reverse plank in a way, where we're just using the body to kind of do, or using the legs instead of the arms to do the same idea of planking up, and we're just using that posterior chain more than kind of our anterior chain or the front of our body. So we're not using the hips the hip flexors, or we're not using some of the other abdominal muscles to stabilize as much, we're using more of the glutes and the back extensors and things like that. Okay, next is that upright row. So we're gonna turn the camera. We're coming here. Again, keeping upright, no head or neck forward, keeping chest high, and pulling, pinching between those shoulder blades. So here we go. And we're gonna pinch between the shoulder blades. Sometimes if it's easier to tie a loop in the end of the band, just for grip's sake, that helps some people. But again, if you need a stretch of band, a length of band, let me know and we'll get one for you. So stop by the clinic and we'll cut you one. Or if people need tips on which ones to grab on Amazon or whatever, let me know and I can give you a good recommendation. But a band is going to be necessary for this one for sure, to do that row. Okay, calf raises is next. Again, with the calf raises, we're just trying to raise up onto the toes. You can use a wall or a chair for balance if you need to. One of my favorite places to have people stand here in clinic is just in a doorway, so that they can balance as much as they can, but then they can kind of touch if they need to. Doorway is a great way to do a lot of balance type exercises because you have something you can grab onto. This isn't necessarily intended to be a balance exercise, but it definitely works as a balance exercise. It's a great kind of double benefit there. All right. There you go. Okay, modified plank with a straight arm. That's coming up next. Here we go. Last two exercises of round 3. Again, we want to drop that bum low. We want to make sure our shoulder is in a straight line with our knee. And we're keeping that head in a neutral position. We don't want the head up. We don't want the head down. We want to keep the head neutral in line with the rest of the body. Keeping everything tight. Glutes squeezed, abdominals tight. Holding everything in place. All right, and the last one is that oblique crunch again. So we're bringing right arm to the left knee, left arm to the right knee, really engaging those abdominal muscles. I can't say that enough, obviously. We want to really make sure we're engaging all of the abdominal muscles as we do this. Again, somewhat of a balance exercise because we're going to go slow and controlled. I don't want it to look like this and kind of be falling. I want it slow and controlled, where you really have to keep that core tight so that we have good balance. The more that you engage the core muscles as well as the hip muscles as you do this, the more balance we're going to get. Whoa, more balance and stability we're going to get. It's funny that I say that as I lose balance. But that's going to create a lot more stability and a lot more balance. All right, there it is. That is all 5 exercises, 3 rounds worth in our level 3 workout. So that is workout number 3, level 1, excuse me. Level 1, workout number 3. So we've got all 3 workouts. I'll make sure to post links to the other 2 in the comments down below so that you can link back to the other workouts as well. All 3 workouts, though, are designed to be a total body workout that you can accomplish in 15 to 20 minutes, and they kind of keep you moving. Designed to strengthen, help you prevent injury, and strengthen all of the muscles and joints or muscles around the joints that we use for daily movement and we use to be able to accomplish all of our other goals. And so that's really what we're trying to do with this, is make sure that everybody gets enough strength to support the other types of things that they're doing so that they can get back to their life, get back to their routine and doing the things they love to do. If we can strengthen your entire body, that really helps guide you towards a more fit, more healthy lifestyle where you can accomplish all the things you really want to do in life. So that you can do that hike, you can grocery shop, you can, do the stairs or whatever that is, without pain or without fear that your body's the thing holding you back from doing all the things that you want to do. And so that's what this workout series is designed around, is helping to strengthen your entire body, get your metabolism going, and really help you to avoid some of the pain and weaknesses that keep us from being able to do all the things that we love to do. So hopefully this was a helpful workout for you. Enjoy bringing it to you. Stay tuned. So on Wednesday, we're going to start that level 2 series of workouts. So we'll do level 2, workout 1, and that is going to be kind of that next step up. Each of the exercises is going to be a little bit more difficult than in phase 1. And so that step up is just allows you to grow, get stronger, and modify those exercises so that you can work a little bit harder and continue to improve as you get past those level 1 exercises. So if you felt like some of the level 1 exercises were a bit too easy, we'll show you how to increase those in level 2 and make them a little bit more difficult for you. And so here we go on Wednesday. Stay tuned for that workout, and if you want to be tagged in that workout so that you can get that first, let us know and we'll go ahead and tag your name. So just drop your name down in the comments below, say tag me, and we'll make sure to get you included on that as well. All right, thanks so much for watching, and again, let us know if you're watching live or watching the replay. Happy to bring these exercises to you. If you've got any questions, let me know. Thanks so much.